All right, we're going to write this expression in words. So it's basically how you would say it, but we're going to write it out. And there's several ways that we can write this out. Let's start with this one. So this one we would say 5 plus x. And that's a very simple way to say that expression. Another way that you could say it is you could say 5 added 2x. And that works for that as well. Another way is you could say 5 is greater than x. Okay. Another way is you could say 5 increased by x. And that would work well too. So those are all the ways that you could say that expression. The last way you could say is you could use the word sum. So you could say the sum of 5 and x, because remember the sum also means to add. So these are all good ways to say it. Another way that I've also seen it is where instead of using the actual letter, they call it a number. And when you hear the word a number, it represents a letter, or remember that's called a variable, but any letter that you want to use. So a way that you could say these using that is you could say 5 plus a number, 5 added to a number, 5 is greater than a number, 5 increased by a number, and the sum of 5 and a number. And that's another way that you can also represent a letter if you want to use any letter that you want. So it's kind of good to remember that a number equals a variable. And remember, a variable is represented by a letter, and it just means an amount, some sort of an amount.